Hello everyone, I'm Sylvia.
And I'm Michelle. In today's news, we're going to talk about Stratton Oakmont.
We will be accompanied by our partners Hans, Arif, and Jovan.
So Hans, what is Stratton Oakmont?
So Stratton Oakmont was a brokerage firm known for its fraudulent activities in the 1990s. Founded in 1989 by Jordan Belfort and Danny Porras, the company built its wealth through illegal schemes that harm thousands of investors. So there's two key people behind the fraud. There is Jordan Belfort, the founder and the CEO of Stratton Oakmont, and he's the plan and lead the company's fraudulent schemes to make huge profits. And there's Danny Porras, who is Belfort's business partner that helped to run the company and carry out its illegal operation. So how do fraud work? So the first is pump and dump schemes. The company promotes little known stocks to make them seem valuable. This caused stock price to rise, and once prices were high, they sold their own shares for big profits, causing the stock price to crash. And investors lost money while Stratton Oakmont make millions. And the second one is high pressure sales tactics. Brokers use aggressive and misleading pitches to convince investors to buy stocks. They made false promises of high returns. Employees were rewarded with big commission and lavish perks for bringing in more money. And the last one is stock manipulation. The company focused on penny stocks, cheap stocks with low market activity. These stocks were easy to control and inflate in value.
Now we're moving to Jovan to ask about the details of the fraud.
As what Hans said, what is pump and dump schemes? In the 1990s, Stratton Oakmont, a brokerage firm co-founded by Jordan Belfort, engaged in pump and dump schemes. They are artificially inflated the price of penny stocks through misleading statements and a high pressure of tactics. Once the stock prices were high, they sold the holdings to a profit, leaving investors with the devalued stocks. And second, what is boiler room operations? Boiler room operations involve a high pressure states that is to sell stocks to clients through cold calling. Sales agents target consumers using a false or misleading information to buy investments. These operations often only positive information about the stock and discourage independent research. What is stock manipulation by proxies? In some cases, individual or group manipulation of stock prices by using intermediaries or proxies to create artificial trading activity. For example, fraudsters may engage in charge building, a form of manipulative trading, ahead of cold calling campaign to create the illustration that stock is an upward trend, thereby misleading investors that actual market value of the security.
Now we're moving to Michelle to talk about the consequences that they faced.
Stratton Oakmont faced severe consequences due to the fraud did by the firm. The shutting of the firm in December 1996 is one of it. The firm was also ordered to pay millions in restitution to defraud investors. While for the executives, including founder Jordan Belfort, faced criminal charges. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison for securities fraud and money laundering. Employees and executives of Stratton Oakmont also lost their license to operate in the securities industry. The firm's name also became known for financial fraud and unethical business practices all around the world. Okay, so in the last segment, we're going to move to Sylvia and Arif to explain when and where this happened.
Oakmont's office in Long Island, New York, is the main location of the fraud committed by Stratton Oakmont Company. Brokers were trained and engaged in aggressive sales tactics, promoting manipulated stocks and carrying out the pump and dump schemes in this location. The other location is over the counter stock market. It is referred to as pink sheets. They often target smaller public companies that were less inspected by the regulators. This was where most of the stock manipulation and pump and dump activity is conducted. The fraudulent activities occurred across the country, affecting investors nationwide as brokers aggressively marketed these manipulated stocks to unsuspecting investors through phone calls, seminars, and other methods.
So, the Stratton Oakmont scandal unfolded primarily during the 1990s, centering on the fraudulent activities of the brokerage firm Stratton Oakmont, founded by Jordan Belfort and Danny Porras. Established in 1989, the firm engaged in pump and dump schemes, artificially inflating stock prices to profit at investor expense. Regulatory scrutiny began early, with the National Association of Securities Dealers monitoring the firm from its inception. In 1994, Stratton Oakmont made headlines with a $2.5 million fraud settlement. Despite ongoing investigation, it wasn't until December 1996 that the NESD expelled Stratton Oakmont, effectively shutting down its operation. Legal consequences for the firm's leaders followed. In 1999, Jordan Belfort and Johnny Pars pleaded guilty to securities fraud and money laundering. The scandal's notoriety was further amplified by the 2013 film The Wolf of Wall Street, which dramatized Belfort's rise and fall, bringing widespread attention to the fraudulent activities of Stratton Oakmont.
So that concludes today's news.
Thank you.